Recently, I've come to the realization that life has been a little bit too good and I need to be more angry at everything. So I've compiled a list of things that are mildly infuriating for me, because if I can't go all the way to anger, I can at least get to annoy. Before the video starts, I have a secret to tell you. There is a button down there that says subscribe. I don't know what it does, but I think it might do something good. So maybe test it out and let me know if it works. I don't know. That was so manipulative, but you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? Whoa, a ladybug! Number 1 on the list, my Spotify Wrapped. This was months ago, but it still irks me. Okay, so when I think about it, Taylor Swift was number 1. I think Frank Ocean was number 2. That's fine. That's accurate. But listen, the number 3 spot of the entire year went to an artist that I do not listen to. I like one of their songs, and I've definitely listened to it more than once. The issue is, why is that enough for them to be number 3? I don't understand. Like, what happened here? Did the Spotify genie just like wake up and slap me and say, you like this artist now? Did I sleepwalk and listen to them? Oh my God, I love this song. I could not tell you. That's another infuriating thing. It bothers me. This one might be labeled further away from mildly infuriating and closer to insanity, but I'm still gonna mention it. In October of 2022, I was sitting outside a Hy-Vee liquor store in my car because they had Wi-Fi. I was sitting there, I was in the front seat, and then I saw a lady leaving the liquor store and getting into her car. But before she stepped into her car, I noticed someone on her shoulder. She had a monkey on her shoulder. You might think I'm lying. You might say you actually are crazy. No, it was a monkey. It was so much of a monkey that I took a picture of her driving away, but there was no monkey being seen. When she got in the car, she sat that monkey in the passenger seat. She went out of her way to go around, take the monkey off, put the monkey in, go back around, and start driving away. How legal is it to take a monkey into a liquor store is beyond me. Go call Saul, not my business. But I saw a monkey. The killer is, I had other people in the car with me. I was paralyzed with shock. And when I finally stopped staring at the monkey, I was like, guys, there's a monkey. By that time, she was in her seat and nobody else ever saw the monkey. I went into detail. I even found the species of monkey. It was that one with like the black body and the white face. And it was small. It was shoulder sized for sure. Like, screw parrots on the shoulders. We're on to monkeys now. Anyway, nobody believed me. They thought I was lying. And I will say, I wouldn't put it past me to lie about seeing a monkey. Seems like something I'd do, but I didn't. And I'll live every day of my life trying to prove that. Aside from monkeys, there's another mysterious animal that I saw. I was again in the passenger seat of a car. We were driving down a road dark at night. I live in Minnesota. Everything is like the woods, right? There's loads of deer, loads of mysterious, mystical animals. However, this is an animal I have never seen before, and it's also an animal that does not technically reside where I live. Okay, I'm ready to confess. I saw, looking out my window, humongous horns, not of a deer. These were curling, twisting, like flexing. I swear, every time I looked, a new one popped out. It was a moose right there, and he was so tall. He was as tall as the car. He was eye level. It was scary. He was just chilling in the grass on the side of the road, but he was like, hi, I'm a moose. And guess what, guys? Guess what? Out of everybody in the car with me, absolutely nobody saw the moose. Nobody else saw the moose. Everybody was too consumed by technology. Nobody looked up and saw the moose. And again, I'm now the monkey moose maker-upper. Nobody believes I saw a moose or a monkey. Something with these M-named animals. What am I gonna see next? A manatee? I'd say my anger level is feeling pretty high right now. Next, this one hurts me to my very soul. You guys know what month it is, right? I'd sure hope you do. Christmas was so long ago. December, January, February, sure, that's all fine. But this far into the year, it should not be this cold anymore. I'm saying it. It is too cold and too snowy in Minnesota. It's not correct. Spring should be here. Honestly, after Christmas, after St. Nick, I don't want to see snow, okay? We're gonna make that a law once I become president. Guys, vote for me. Who cares about snow once Christmas is over? The nice snowy December, maybe a tiny bit into January, but March, April. Get away from me, please. You're actually scaring me. I'm moving to Vegas soon though, so I won't have to worry about snow anymore, which I think is a good thing. The next thing that's mildly infuriating for me requires a visual. Imagine this, I'm sitting here on my computer typing away like a little computer nerd, right? And then I stand. I fall. Whenever I get up, my head, it spins and I feel like I'm about to faint. Although I actually haven't yet. Although I might have, but I'm not sure. That's also infuriating. So I realized, it might not be just a silly, goofy, quirky thing that I feel so lightheaded every time I stand up. It might actually be an issue. So turns out it is. I went and I got my blood drawn. Just like that. I got the results back and they said I was severely anemic. So severely, in fact, that if my iron levels were 1 point low, This isn't funny. It really is so severely that if my iron levels were 1 point lower, I would be in the life-threatening range for iron deficiency. It wasn't silly and goofy, and that infuriates me. I thought I was just being a silly, goofy person. No. Guys, I got too quirky. Next up, since we're talking about health, a couple weeks ago, I was sick for an entire week. You've heard it before. It's not all that deep, but I have a story about being sick that you probably have not heard before. Picture this. It's midnight. The moon is high in the sky. The stars are out twinkling. I'm about to go in my bed like a little housewife. I am laying there, everything's cool, everything's fine. And then when I go to sleep, something hits me. Not consciously, but in the very back of my subconscious. And it's not an image. It is, however, a sound. It's talking. Only issue is, it's not talking in English. I had this insistent voice of Spanish talking to me while I was trying to go to sleep. My first language is English, by the way, but I've been learning Spanish for almost a year on Duolingo. Oh my God, I'm so good. I have such a long streak on Duolingo, guys. Comment Jaya is so good at Spanish. Point is, it was really bad. Every time, without fail, when I would close my eyes, I would hear Spanish. The kicker, Spanish was not really a sound, it was a color. What color do you think Spanish is for me? If you get it right, God, we're like psychic. We're like best friends. Spanish for me was orange. And it was this orange orb that was like, I don't even know. Needless to say, I actually did not sleep that night. I decided, you know what? It's not worth the emotional, psychological pain. I'm staying up. My fever dreams are unlike anything you've ever heard. If you think I'm weird now, you don't want to know what my brain formulates with the help of a virus. Anyway, I actually don't know why I wrote this on my list. Which honestly, I think this is infuriating for me because I don't know why I wrote this. So I wrote Duolingo streak for a year, which I just told you about. I don't know why that's infuriating. Oh, I know why. Never mind. It's not infuriating that I wrote it because now I know why I wrote it. I wrote it because my streak is in like the 340s and it is just not getting to 365. I have been eyeing it for so long. Right when I hit 300, I thought the 65 was gonna come easy. No, turns out it's actually 2 months. It's been bothering me, it's been looming over me. That Duolingo owl is just looking at me and he looks so smug like he knows what he's doing. It hurts me. It literally hurts me. Next thing is Instagram existing. No offense, Instagrammers. I will say to passively scroll, it's all right. Listen though, there is nothing I hate more in this world than posting on Instagram. Instagram, if you want to sponsor me in the future, I'm lying right now, okay? But honestly, I don't like Instagram. Something about it feels so millennial to me. No offense, millennials. Honestly, love you guys. But for me, it's nothing I've ever been able to get behind. I don't get it. You wake up in the morning and think, I have to post on Instagram. I don't get it. Listen, I'll post on TikTok, I'll post on YouTube. Any other social medias, I'm the absolute snobbiest person ever. I swear to God. I am the biggest hater that could ever exist. And I'm gonna tell you this, it's not even for any reason. I don't know why I hate Instagram. It just always feels like it's always on the edge of its downfall. You know what I mean? Isn't it just like teetering on the edge? Like you can feel it. I step in there and I'm like, this peaked in 2014 a little bit, and it's just been like a slow downfall and you can like feel the energy ruminating. It doesn't sit right with me. I'd rather not get involved. The next thing is something that is entirely self-inflicted, but I still need to share it. Let me go get it. Guys, you're not gonna like this. I'm about to reveal a personality trait about myself that will definitely make you think either much higher or much lower of me. This is my to-do list. As you see written there, to do. It's blurred out, but you can see there's a lot. Listen, I stare at that every day. It's right on my dresser. It's like my past self just wants to inflict as much psychological warfare as possible on me. I look at it and there is so many things. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 33 things for me to do. These aren't easy tasks. These aren't make your bed. These aren't go on a walk. Hey, this video's on this list. Next up on the list is Minions, the little yellow things with the overalls. They are infuriating. End of discussion. Put a period on that sentence too. That's all. Next, we have K-pop stans. Whoa. Guys, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Don't shoot. So listen, I recently posted a TikTok where I accidentally mentioned the name of a K-pop star. Let's just say all the comments were about that. All the comments were about that person. It was actually the coolest thing ever. The fact that people have like so much unity. But it was so scary because they invaded my entire account. Videos that did not mention that person, they still went over there like, hey, where's Chu? That was her name, by the way. People even said, some people even shipped me with Chu. Unexpected, but hey, do your thing. Honestly, they're not infuriating. I just wanted to talk about them. You guys, I actually love K-pop stans. You're the backbone of the internet. Okay, next up on my list is people who walk slow. If I'm walking in the mall and there's somebody in front of me who is just walking so slow for no reason, I rage. You know, like gamers where they take off their headphones and they throw them and then they, sorry, and then they like bust a hole in their wall. I'm doing it in my head. Like my hippocampus has seen some damage. Next up on my list is ladybugs. I absolutely hate ladybugs. They are the worst creature on this earth. Not really because they're bad and I know they're actually good luck, allegedly, but it's because I have so many in my house. If you live in the, where do I live? What's it called? How did I forget where I live? If you live in the Midwest, then I think everyone has this problem. Starting on the first day of fall, ladybugs swarm into your house from any little hole they can find, and there are mass amounts of them, and they stay all through winter. I will say they're kind of geniuses. They stay alive, and there's so many of them. I could probably flip my camera and find like 20 of them now. I see one. Yeah, they're annoying. They will fly onto your face, and you're like, oh my God, the absolute disrespect these little creatures have. Another thing that's infuriating me is that whenever I type on my keyboard, I type, right? You guys see that? My pinky finger stays up. You guys see how that looks? Like, what is she doing? Why is that not typing? Like, I guess it could, right? Like some people type with all their fingers, but mine, it doesn't type. Why is it broken? Another thing I hate is automated email responses. And I mean that as in when Gmail prompts you to say something in response. Like, got it, comma, thanks. Exclamation point. I know Gmail told you to do that. I know. The very last two coincide because in my opinion, I see no difference. Mud and Reddit. I'll start with mud. Mud is everywhere because the snow is reluctantly melting and it's just making everything wet and muddy. Next up, Reddit. I just don't like those guys. If anybody says that I got the term mildly infuriating from Reddit, I will mildly infuriate you. So that's my list of everything mildly infuriating for me. If you watch this far and you haven't subscribed, I actually kind of don't know what your problem is. I've done it. My zen is gone. I'm now an angrier person. Like I feel like dissing you for no reason. You know? That's how you know you've made it in life, if you want to bully strangers. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.